In a shocking display of corporate rivalry and manipulation, Meta Platforms, the parent company of Facebook and Instagram, launched a covert campaign in 2022 aimed at discrediting and ultimately destroying its biggest competitor, TikTok. Behind this campaign was Targeted Victory, a consulting firm with ties to Republican political interests, which Meta enlisted to carry out a series of misleading and deceptive tactics designed to weaken TikTok's public image. But the story doesn't end there. This campaign contributed to the push for a TikTok ban in the United States, showing just how far Meta would go to eliminate its competition. Meta's attacks on TikTok weren't just strategic, they were full of deception and manipulation. From the very beginning, Meta's focus was on painting TikTok as a danger to users, especially children, by linking it to dangerous social media challenges that never originated on the app. Take the Devious Licks challenge, for instance. This viral trend involving students vandalizing school property was widely misrepresented as originating on TikTok, but in reality it started on Facebook, a Meta platform. Despite the evidence, Meta's hired PR firm pushed this false narrative to mainstream media outlets, creating an image of TikTok as a platform fostering harmful behavior, something Meta's platforms themselves couldn't escape. But it didn't stop there. Meta also jumped on the geopolitical bandwagon, exploiting fears around TikTok's Chinese ownership to generate distrust. By amplifying the threat of the Chinese government having access to American data, Meta sought to turn TikTok's foreign ownership into a crisis, inflaming nationalist fears and presenting the app as a tool for espionage. As the campaign continued, Meta's lobbying efforts went into overdrive. With TikTok growing rapidly in popularity and eroding Meta's dominance, the company poured millions into influencing US policymakers to secure a ban on the app. In early 2024, Meta shattered its previous lobbying records by spending over $7.6 million in just one quarter, an unprecedented amount. This cash infusion was aimed directly at pushing through legislation to ban TikTok under the guise of national security concerns. Meta's increased lobbying efforts were not just about making its voice heard, they were designed to tip the scales in favor of a TikTok ban, and, as it turned out, the strategy worked. The Protecting Americans from Foreign Adversary-Controlled Applications Act, a bill largely fueled by Meta's lobbying, was passed, and the pressure on lawmakers intensified. In 2025, after a year of legal battles, the US Supreme Court upheld a complete TikTok ban. This decision impacted over 170 million American users, forcing them to turn to other platforms, including Meta's Instagram Reels and Google's YouTube Shorts. In the short term, Meta was positioned to gain billions of dollars in advertising revenue from TikTok's absence, a financial windfall that further demonstrates how Meta benefited from the political and legislative war it helped ignite. The impact of the TikTok ban also highlights the sheer lengths Meta is willing to go to protect its market share. This wasn't just a competition between social media platforms, it was a calculated effort to eliminate a competitor by using deceptive media campaigns, exploiting national security fears, and pouring money into lobbying efforts that ultimately swayed policy decisions. Meta's actions throughout this saga. While Meta may have won by helping to push TikTok out of the US market, the long-term consequences for its reputation are severe. The company's tactics, deceptive, manipulative, and ethically questionable, have only further cemented its reputation as a corporate giant willing to put profits over principles. By exploiting national security concerns and using its vast resources to influence lawmakers, Meta has shown that in the modern tech landscape, competition is no longer just about the best product, it's about the dirtiest tactics. For TikTok, the ban is a setback, but the platform continues to grow internationally and its influence remains strong. For Meta, however, the consequences of its actions may not be so easily erased. As the public and policymakers turn their attention to Meta's role in spreading misinformation and manipulating politics, the company may find that its victory over TikTok comes at a much higher cost than anticipated. The battle between Meta and TikTok is a stark reminder of the darker side of corporate competition in the tech industry. Meta's underhanded tactics to secure a TikTok ban highlight the lengths to which companies will go to maintain their dominance, regardless of the ethical implications. As the public becomes more aware of these manipulative tactics, the true cost of Meta's victory is becoming clear: a damaged reputation, a diminished trust, and a growing realization that the tech giants may not be the protectors of free speech and innovation, but rather the perpetrators of corporate deceit.